Welcome to the Angus Report, a news program for cattle producers.
The week's top headlines from American Angus Association headquarters include a program that rewards producers for quality genetics.
We look at continued advancements in genomics and a producer who's using DNA testing to manage his herd.
We discuss growing concerns about water regulations as well as some upcoming informational meetings and a visit with Iowa breeder Jim Bradford.
This is the Angus Report. Hello, I'm Bob Cervera.
And I'm Crystal Albers.
Our top news this week. In this era of beef cattle business, connecting all aspects of the beef industry from birth to consumer becomes increasingly important. Thankfully, advancements in genetic technologies allow cattlemen to connect those dots and to identify the most valuable animals in their herds. According to Mike Caston of Missouri's Quality Beef by the Numbers program, more informed decisions lead to more valuable cattle, and that results in $200 to $400 more value in the feed yard.
When we look at our cattle today, one of the things at Quality Beef that's really important to us is we can see two animals that look alike, or the same size and the same age and the same pasture, and may create $200 or $300 more or $400 more value in the feed yard because of the genetics we have inside of them. So as we look at a breeding industry, as a beef industry, we can't look at cattle and say, here's my most profitable animal anymore. We have to analyze that with genetics and DNA and quality grade and records from the feed yard on gain and records from the packing plant, and we need to tie that back to our cows. But you know, you're going to tend towards more higher quality cattle because that's where the rewards are in today's market.
Visit quality-beef.com to learn more about the Quality Beef by the Numbers program. The demand picture for the U.S. beef industry is brighter today, says Jim Robb, director of the Livestock Marketing Information Center. Of course, profitability will depend on a number of factors in this new year and beyond.
If you look at the feedstuff cost profile, that looks quite a bit different than it has in recent years. In fact, the ethanol industry is mature and we have a much lower corn cost price environment than we've had in several years. So costs of production for cow-calf operations actually probably decline here in 2014 from the record high levels of 2013. So that combined with stronger calf prices, stronger cull cow prices, set us up for an important turning point, I think, and profitability period in the cow-calf sector. But we think overall the herd growth will be rather modest and slow as we rebuild the herd, which allows us to kind of keep some rather strong prices for several years.
Visit rangebeefcow.com to read more from Rob's presentation.
Concerns continue to linger over the Environmental Protection Agency's regulatory authority under the Clean Water Act. The EPA reported in mid-December that a panel of independent scientists met to review a draft version of its water body connectivity report and to assess its scientific validity. The agency plans to use the report to define U.S. waters in its final rule, which could have significant implications on farms and ranches where regulations could potentially apply to everything from waterways to dry creek beds. Industry organizations like the National Cattlemen's Beef Association have criticized EPA's efforts to redefine waters of the United States and suggest the final rule could result in permit restrictions to use identified bodies of water and the land around it. EPA reports that producers may comment on the ruling once it's released.
Details are key when exporting livestock, says Tony Clayton of the Livestock Exporters Association. That's why the organization will host its third annual Livestock Exporting Seminar Wednesday, February 19th in Kansas City, Missouri. Participants will discuss the most recent changes to the export process and marketing cattle internationally. Topics will also include shipping livestock overseas and sweeping changes taking place with the USDA export approval process. Advanced registration and more information is available on the LEA website at livestockexporters-usa.com.
We go now to Jenna McCrell with a look at some other headlines you may have missed.
Thanks, Crystal. 2014 brings new policy for Tyson Foods as the company enacts animal welfare requirements for its beef and chicken suppliers. A third-party auditor will visit farms to ensure compliance of the new requirements, which include proper animal handling, food and water access, and overall humane treatment. Steve Forbes recently stepped up to the plate for American agriculture. The chairman and editor-in-chief of Forbes Media recently wrote an editorial that praises the ag industry for its science-driven and profitable approach to feeding the world. Forbes writes that America's farmers are the linchpin for feeding a growing population, and if we're not careful, the industry could cede its future to anti-business activists. And those are just a few of the news headlines you may have missed.
Thanks, Jenna. When the Angus Report returns, a look at an Oklahoma rancher who's using technology to improve productivity while he recovers from a multi-year drought.
And in a special segment from our friends at Zoetis, we also meet a Minnesota producer who incorporates DNA data into his selection decisions.
Visit Angus.org to continue watching this episode of the Angus Report.
The Angus Report is brought to you by Merck Animal Health. Why not prevent respiratory disease before it steals from your bottom line? Vista Once protects your calves with the most complete respiratory disease coverage available. And Vision Blackleg vaccines can add 14 pounds per calf at weaning. Contact your veterinarian or animal health supplier today.
Recognize this? It's your $1 per head beef checkoff investment that does all kinds of things to help make sure consumers feel good about buying your beef. Like working with chefs around the world to create new beef recipes and put more beef on the menu. Or educating healthcare professionals about how beef fits into a healthy lifestyle. Or by helping you share your beef story with those who have questions about where their food comes from. Get to know your checkoff and start sharing your views at mybeefcheckoff.com.
Your herd, your business, your family. You've always protected what matters most, so you know how important vaccinations are for healthy cattle. And with Vista vaccines from Merck Animal Health, you know you're covered. No other vaccine works like Vista. Only Vista gives you complete dual-action pneumonia protection and complete one-dose fetal protection for the entire pregnancy. Protect what matters most. Talk to your veterinarian or animal health supplier about Vista.
Mid-Continent Livestock Supplements provide high-quality, free-choice supplements for your cattle. The all-natural, high-performance cooked molasses tubs allow you to control supplement intake, reduce waste, and lower your feed costs. MLS tubs are more than a supplement. It's a guarantee your cattle are getting their required daily supplement, so you reach your production targets. Mid-Continent Livestock Supplements, the supplement your cattle deserve. Find out more at MLStubs.com.
Join the team, the Beef Quality Assurance Team. Getting BQA certified shows you're committed to practices that produce the highest quality beef in the world. And by visiting BQA.org, you can take the online certification course at a time that fits your schedule and from the comfort of your home or office. You'll also find lots of helpful tips on improving animal health and animal handling practices. Get certified, BQA certified, because it's about doing the right thing. Visit BQA.org today and become a member of the BQA team.
One sale draws the nation's leading Angus bulls to the National Western Stock Show. One sale represents the best herd sire prospects from across the country and earns the stamp of the American Angus Association. The National Western Angus Bull Sale. In 2014, the breed's top genetics will gather at the Beef Palace Auction Arena at the National Western Stock Show Complex in Denver, Colorado. Join us at 4 p.m. Wednesday, January 15th, as 49 coming yearlings and 2-year-old bulls from 17 states are offered for auction. Preview bulls beginning at noon. Join us Wednesday, January 15th at 4 p.m. We'll see you in Denver.
Harness the power of the industry's most comprehensive DNA test for Angus cattle, the GeneSeek Angus GGP HD. The GeneSeek Angus GGP HD improves reliability of EPDs in young animals and those with low accuracy EPDs. Adding GeneSeek Angus GGP HD information on a day-old calf is just like adding progeny data without waiting 2 to 3 years. Because DNA testing is not influenced by environment or management, the GeneSeek Angus GGP HD gives your customer a better view of how that animal will work in their herds. GeneSeek and Igenity, partnering with Angus since 2009 and delivering innovation to the industry. Learn more at neogenagrogenomics.com.